Hello everybody, this is Dr. Sunil Thanvi, Professor of Cardiology and Head of Department at Zydus Hospitals, Ahmedabad. Heart failure is a condition defined by inability of the heart to pump blood as much as is required by the body. So it is basically a mismatch between the demand and supply. If your body requires a certain amount of blood, the heart is supposed to supply it so that the body can function properly. But if because of any condition, because of any situation, it is not able to do so, this condition is called as heart failure, wherein it is not able to supply enough blood so that the organs can function normally. The overall prevalence or incidence of heart failure is roughly around 2 to 3% in India at this point of time. And mind you, it is going to increase because as the medical therapies are getting better, as more and more heart attack patients are getting primary angioplasties, bypasses done, and as the survivals are improving, so will the incidence of heart failure patients keep on increasing. Maybe in the next 10 years, you will see a rise in the incidence of heart failure to the tune of 5 to 10%. That is what we believe. So all those patients who have an underlying heart condition, for example, those who have suffered a heart attack, patients especially who are having uncontrolled high blood pressures, patients who have uncontrolled diabetes, elderly patients, certain form of patients who have problems with their muscles of the heart where they are weak because of a congenital condition, or those who are having structural heart problems like valve diseases, like hypertrophic cardiomyopathies, or maybe just idiopathic cardiomyopathy. So these are all situations wherein the patient can present in heart failure to the hospital. So anybody who has been diagnosed as having heart failure should understand that heart failure does not mean that the heart has failed and will not work anymore. It just means that the heart is weakened to an extent wherein it is not able to give you enough blood. But there are options available now, both medically, surgically and device-wise, which can try and improve the heart function so that you can try and lead a normal life. The diagnosis of heart failure basically happens when you are present clinically to the hospital with, say, breathlessness, with swelling of the feet, inability to lie down, unexplained cough, water in the lungs. So these are all conditions which can tell you that you could be having a heart failure situation. When you present to a doctor, he will run you through some tests. For example, he will do an X-ray chest, he will do an ECG, he will do an echocardiography, wherein he will look at the heart function. And if your heart function is say below 40 to 45, the diagnosis of heart failure is put, and you are now going to be put on some sort of therapy so that your heart function can either improve, or even with the given heart function, you can perform adequate normal functions of your daily life. There are certain blood tests also which can tell us whether you are having acute heart failure or not. For example, NT-proBNP, BNPs. These are all tests which can tell you if you're having an acute heart failure condition or not. In this era of COVID, wherein breathlessness is a very common symptom, it is very important to differentiate whether your breathlessness is because of the heart or because of the lungs. So therein we do an X-ray chest, or we do a CT scan, we do an NT-proBNP. If necessary, we do a COVID test and we try to find out whether your breathlessness is primarily because of your heart condition or it is because of your lung condition, either COVID, viral, bacterial, pneumonia, or whatever, so on and so forth. Now, having diagnosed the condition, there are a lot of medical options available, a lot of medicines are there which can try to remove the excess fluid in the body, excess water in lungs. And once that is done, you will feel more comfortable, you will be able to walk more, you will be able to perform your daily activities, you will be able to sleep and lie down, and the cough will actually go away when all the water has dried out. Then there are certain medications which try to improve the heart function. which are called as other ACE inhibitors, or a new brand of molecules which are called as ARNI. And they try to improve your heart function, they try to improve your survival, they try to improve your symptoms. So these are all certain molecules which the doctor will give you depending on the clinical condition, depending on a echo report, depending on ECG, and depending on the lab reports. So you will be given medicines to remove the excess fluid, you will be given medicines to improve your heart function, you will be given medicines to control your heart rate, you will be given medications so that you will be given vaccinations so that you will land up with infections in future. You will be given certain medications like blood thinners, and if there are any underlying conditions like diabetes, blood pressure, anything of those sort, medicines to control those conditions. Of course, hemoglobin is again a very important part for heart failure patients, and your hemoglobin will be constantly monitored, and if it drops, then you will be given medicines or maybe even intravenous iron infusions to try and improve your hemoglobin levels so that you don't land up with heart failure again and again. So to put it short, a lot of medical options are available for patients with heart failure, and the patients who are diagnosed recently should not get disheartened that because they've been diagnosed with this condition, there's nothing left for them to do. Apart from medicines, we have devices which are called as cardiac resynchronization therapy devices, or also called as biventricular pacemakers, which try to improve your heart function, they try to improve your survival, they try to improve your symptoms, and in a certain group of conditions, especially with ECG abnormalities, these devices work very well. So they are also an option. And third option, of course, if nothing else works, then heart transplant definitely is there, which can save your life. And if it comes to that, there are a lot of centers now who are doing heart transplantations too. So a lot of options are available for the patients today. Not to worry. I think once you're diagnosed, it is very important that you stick to therapy, stick to a good doctor, and try to monitor your treatment protocol that has been given to you. So what is most important for patients from the patient point of view is that of course medications are there, but there are a lot of small nuances of daily lifestyle which will need to be controlled. For example, your intake of salt and water will have to go down because heart is not actually capable enough to pump enough volume. So lower the volume that you keep, better it is for the heart, easier it is for the heart to function and pump out. If you try to take more salt or more fluids, especially water, chances of water logging again in your lungs or in your body, especially legs, will increase, and again you will start having symptoms of breathlessness. So it is important that you have a very restricted salt intake, a very restricted fluid intake. Try to stay away from infections, try to keep a very healthy lifestyle, try to keep some sort of exercise regime so that your heart keeps on functioning normally and regularly. Take your vaccinations regularly as advised by the doctor. See to it that your weight doesn't increase. See to it that if you are taking alcohol, or if you are a smoker, or if you take tobacco, it is important that you cut them down. If you can stop it, nothing like it. At least try to minimize it to as much as possible. And also what is also important is, as I say, that an overall physical, mental, emotional well-being is very, very important. And be in touch with your healthcare provider on a day-to-day basis so that if there is anything that is going wrong, it is very important that it can be picked up early and can be treated fast. So there are a lot of ways that you can try and make your heart stronger. One, of course, as I said, is the lifestyle modification that you're supposed to do. So the more you exercise, the more you lead a healthy lifestyle, the more you help your heart by not taking too much of salt or fluids, the more you help your heart by taking regular medications, the more you help your heart by being in constant touch with your doctors and your healthcare providers, the stronger your heart will become. So the healthier you try to be, the more punctual and the more alert that you try to be, I think your heart will become all the more stronger. Medications, as I said, especially ARNIs, ACE inhibitors and ARPs, they are the molecules which can try and help your heart to become stronger. But yes, from your side, staying healthy, eating healthy and living healthy is the way to go, and that is the only way that you can try and keep your heart as strong as possible.